How's it going? Today I will be presenting you my review of the 2016 Dodge Challenger RT ScatPack. I recently got this as of today, the January, what is the 5th or the 6th? Well, today I had this car for a week and I love it. I had the 2008 Dodge Challenger SRT8 on January 3rd. If I would have kept it, I would have had that one for a year, and I was having issues out of it, and I pretty much decided to trade it in. Everything just happened randomly, and I was blessed to end up getting this one. And I must say, Dodge did a real nice job with the new redesigns. Right there, yeah. First of all, I like how on this particular one, with most of them, they would have the chrome grill. The color would be pretty much the same color as this emblem, but they basically went the black on black grill. And I wish the RT emblem came from the factory with the black and the gray one like I've seen on another Challenger. I will be changing that out. The hint pays tribute to the 1971 Challenger, obviously, you know that. And I just love what they did with the headlights. And I definitely plan on doing the Hellcat airbox mod, taking that piece out. Pretty sure you know about that as well. This car comes equipped with the 6.4 392 Hemi that's also featured in the SRT8s. And also with these, it come with 20-inch wheels, 245, 45, 20 Goodyear Eagle tires. Also with the 13-inch Brembo brakes. I know on the SRT8s and the Hellcats, they have the real big 15-inch brakes up front, I want to say, and then the back is still the same as this one. I know my old Challenger that these brakes was pretty much the same size, and it's just amazing. It also comes with the touch lock and unlock features, just like the Challengers of the past. Matte black fuel door cap and your ScatPack stripe on the back, and the split tail light design. I think they did an amazing job with that. It looks a lot better than the previous generation Challenger. It was purchased at Brubaker Dodge in Montgomery, Alabama last Tuesday. Trunk space is still as spacious as the previous generation. Sorry about the mess. I got my work clothes in here and yada yada yada, but y'all don't care about that. And the trunk is in the battery just like the other Challengers. See the sales sticker right here. It's rated average 18 miles per gallon. They say 15 in the city, about around 25 on the highway. And so far I can pretty much say that's pretty about spot on, except in the city I get a little bit better. I'll say about 17, 18 ish, give or take. And even when I got the car, I want to say that's the broadcast sheet that came with it. One thing that I don't like about cars of this class, even with the Camaros and things like that, that since these wheels are so big, they don't come with a spare. But thankfully, I kept a set of wheels from my last SRT, and I just need to put some tires on it, so I will put one in the trunk and keep that as a spare. This bad boy has the rear view reverse camera. We'll see more of that on the inside. It's pretty. There isn't much to be said about this. I mean, it pretty much speaks for itself in my opinion. We can give it a pop the hood, give a quick look under the hood. I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer with spec talks and all that, because I'm pretty sure everybody out there knows what this thing is. And in my personal opinion, and even talking to the salesmen and other owners, and pretty much feel that this thing is probably the best thing you can get on the other side of a Hellcat. And I can honestly say I agree, because for me personally, I would love to own a Hellcat, but I'm not putting out that kind of money, and then I don't really race every weekend and do all those things. It's fun, but it's not really my thing. You got your 392, your 6.4, however you want to look at it. On the ScatPack, since it's not the full-blown SRT, it has the powered by SRT header valve covers, excuse me. And with the 392, the full-blown SRTs, it'll just say 392 Hemi. I've been doing a little bit of riding, so it's a little bit dusty up under here, and I'm starting to learn pretty quick that one thing, I'm learning the challenge. You really will have your car washing skills tested with a black car. But no matter. Alright, I'll take it on the inside and give it a quick start up. Okay, we're back with the inside of the car. A nice soft leather on the door handle. Door handle down here. Like you have a little cup holder, which I probably won't put any kind of bottle or cup down in any way. Surrounded by your Alpine sound system. Nice Napa leather with your suede seats. ScatPack emblem on both seats, which I think is a nice touch. And the interior, as with the 2015s, I really say they definitely improved the most with the interior of these cars, because the 08, the previous generation, like the one I had, it was bland and like blah, it was boring, and I was pretty much glad to upgrade for that reason. Heavy racing pedals. When I bought the car, they was still new in box. They didn't even get a chance to install these, so the next day I put them on myself. As in with the other Challengers, you started by putting your foot on the brake, pressing the start button. So long as you have the key fob on your person, that's how you would lock and unlock the doors. I just love the display right here. Right here you have the Uconnect system, which they really improved on. Able to play music through Bluetooth, and it's able to play music through Bluetooth. And right now, just going through my tracks on Spotify. Sound quality is not that bad streaming through Bluetooth. You also have where you could use your USB auxiliary, your SD cards, which is all located inside the armrest. It connects right there. I know it's kind of junky in there, don't judge me. And down here near the shifter, I keep my pocket change right there up. Don't judge me. Be alright. You also have satellite radio set up, AM FM radio. These cars do not come equipped with, this particular one I should say, because I can't speak for the other models, don't come with CD players, which is, I'm perfectly fine with that. It don't make no difference, because I haven't listened to a CD in a car in years. You have your heated and cooled seats control right here. high, low, even with the heated steering wheel. The passenger, same deal. Climate control. If you was riding with somebody that always complains and whines about it's too hot or too cold, you turn the sink off and let them, if they want to be hot, let them burn up. If they want to be cold, let them freeze to death on that side of the car. And those controls are pretty much self-explanatory. You can control the temperature either down here or on the touch screen. You have your nav set up. It is so much to this system that I just got this car last week and I haven't even played around with everything yet. So don't crucify me for not touching on a certain subject, or if you find something interesting, teach me something new. You got the Bluetooth set up to where your phone, and if you have an iPhone, it's Siri ready as well. And once again, I haven't played around with that either. And yeah, if I get to it, I get to it. I don't know well. You have your center console right here with the tachometer and the speedometer gauge. Give it that old school feel, but right here, it's that modern touch. You just cycle through the vehicle information. Performance. I haven't done that. The fastest I've gotten this up to was 140, and I was just playing around, and it's right around, and at that time it was like right over 300 miles, so I wasn't trying to do anything too fancy because I believe this engine still needs to be broken in, so I haven't got to play around with the performance pages or anything like that yet. Fuel economy was averaging, like I said earlier, about 17, and we're 15, 17 through the city. I'm sure it'd probably be worse if you in a city that has real bad stop and go traffic and whatnot. And on the highway, when I was driving it back from Montgomery, since I live in Tuscaloosa, I've gotten up to 24, maybe 25 on the highway, maybe a little bit more. And it also has that 4-cylinder shutdown, and it also helps tremendously with gas mileage on long trips. Trip info, audio shows which form of media you're playing. I don't have any message storage. You can set up the screen to where you want your fuel miles, range, temperature, things like that. Down here you have your traction control button. If you just touch it once, it sends it to sport mode for traction control. If you hold it down, traction control is completely off. That's where the fun begins. Super Tracks pack, Sport Pack. I haven't really played around with it yet because I want this engine to be broken in before I have fun. Your parking assist with the rear view camera, as I was mentioning earlier. That setup is right there, and pretty much that's it. You have your 8-speed transmission. I like how the shifter fits in my hand with this one. It's just so simple, and to me it's simple, but yet there's so much going on with this car. Well, I'm gonna get a couple shots of me driving through the city and on the highway, and that's gonna be it. I know that's the part everybody wants to see anyway, so stay tuned. Now is where the fun begins. Let's take this baby for a spin. And I just love how the exhaust sounds on this car compares to the last generation Challengers. It's so much more deeper and aggressive, and I just love it. It's a better ride overall, but then again, the one I had, the guy that owned it last, he didn't take care of it, and I spent a little bit of money just putting it into maintenance and things like that, and that I shouldn't have been doing from a car I just got a little less than a year ago. Well, around a year ago. Let's see. Especially when I know everybody loves to take to Instagram with a quick cold start. So it was pretty chilly this morning. So when I was driving around this morning, you could have heard a deep growl when I was just even cruising through the city in this thing. It's just amazing. And of course it comes with the paddle shifters as well. I might demonstrate how, I might just go through using those and then the manual mode when I get on the highway. But if I had the choice, they could have kept this, and I would rather use the manual mode. And honestly, at first I wanted a manual. I ain't gonna lie, wanted a manual, but they had this one, and sure, I fell in love with it, especially once I got to play with the manual mode to go through all 8 gears. It's amazing. This 8-speed, man. It's something nice. I know that you guys can brag and throw jokes about the guys who drive manuals and what the hell is this dude doing? These people can't drive. But yeah, you can give us crap, but man, I ain't complaining. I'm just glad to have a car. This is a prime example. People can't drive up here. Well, that's anywhere you go. And past couple of days, I've been driving this car for a week, and more or less, this thing, it's black, even though it's just, you know, one of those colors that's common, but at the same time, it stands out. It demands attention, especially once I do plan on getting tint in this car, because I do not like the thought of riding around in a fish tank or a glass house or whatever you call it. It's just amazing. It rides so much smooth, and if it was a little bit colder out, and it would have been the first time I started, you could just really hear how deep this thing sounds when you don't really have to put your foot deep into it. You can hear how deep it sounds. I might go through a little bit of using the paddle shifters right here in this little stretch, and then I'm gonna get on 2059 and do a little bit of riding up and down the interstate there, so you can get a feel of how smooth it is on the highway. And this thing is fun. When I got it off the lot, when I took it home last Tuesday night, had 36 miles on it, and right now it's gonna be at 481 and counting. So no telling, by the time I get through with this video, it'll be right around 500. So I might play with it a little bit. Might get it out there and play with it a little bit. Just ready for this light to change. That's about it. This thing shifts pretty quick, and if you're not getting into it, it shifted out at right under 2,000 RPMs, give or take. And before you know it, it's so smooth and so quick, you could be right in the 8th gear. I'm pretty much in 8th, and enough for playing around with that. Let's get into it a little bit, and I will get a different setup of view of the point of view of the car here in a little bit and get it on the highway. The back seat is a little bit more spacious than the last generation, no doubt, but I'm pretty sure you still don't want to ride back there, because come on, man, how many times you just gonna pile a bunch of people up in this car? 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be you, somebody right there. So okay, that's the Dodge dealership that I got my first one from. So yeah, when we come back, I'm gonna get you on the highway. We gotta give you a couple other different views, man. This thing, I'm just having too much fun riding in it. It's just, really can't really. It's just one of those because a week ago, I didn't even expect to get this car. How the deal and everything just went down randomly. So I'm kind of still in disbelief. It ain't like how most of these people that I've seen, they reviews, they just get on here and it's like scripted. It's just like a straight shoot to me. It's just my honest opinion. I'm not too much of a man of many emotions and words, but like, so overall, I'm just taking out a loss. But it's just so much fun driving this thing. I think I can do a quick little run of going through some of the gears right now. It's already in 8th gear and it's running on that 4-cylinder mode. It's just like a straight cruise like this, man. You get real good for like a highway. Well, it's real good on the highway. It's an improvement over a lot of the other challenges from the past. So yeah, let's go through a couple gears. It looks safe enough right now. 8th right now. Now shifted to probably gonna roll down 3rd. See a truck pulling out a little bit further down the road. Well over 100 miles an hour if you're not careful, pretty quick, and it's just so much fun. And that's another, low-key, that's another reason I have radar protection, but that's another story for another day. And it's just so much fun. You get, if you want to have control, you don't have as much self-control as I do at times. Right now I really don't have much. The only thing you can do is just set this in the cruise control, set the cruise control on, and let it do it for you. And especially if you're going over like smooth sections of highway, 4 cylinders will set itself up and smooth sailing. That's pretty much all I got for right now. I might try to show you some placing clips, but pretty much once you can see pretty much all angles, you can just imagine. So it's pretty much more or less my review. It ain't nothing fancy or pretty. It's just a regular average guy that feels like he works hard and finally got a car of his dreams, and he having a little fun and just sharing his unbiased opinion. And that's pretty much more or less. Right now it's cruising in the 4 cylinders. I know I just sidetracked a little bit, but who cares? But pretty much know what these cars are capable of, what it's doing. This ain't one of those little fancy, flashy reviews where pretty much getting some guy that's sponsored or paid, or some guy that's trying to pitch a sale for the car.